And you don't think that she can get more, or Lizzie doesn't think she can get more than 10,000 credits out of it, because it seems like that data is more valuable.
So it would be, you would know is that in order to get more money for it, she would need to develop a Imperial contact within Imperial intelligence. They're the ones who are going to pay for this data pad, and no one else is really going to care a lot about the information. Any of the corporations on Druckenwell that you might take it to may be interested, but they're going to offer you a significantly lower price because the value of it is significantly less. So the Empire is the people who are going to pay the most, and if you were to get more, you would have to go through the effort of generating that contact, building some trust, and then negotiating. And you would have to do that all within the 70 plus hours you have left.
And I can't build that trust with John. He's not my Imperial contact. Like, he's not going to be that person.
Correct. But John was hunting the data pad. So he's offering you the price that he can offer you, essentially. He has an operations budget, and he's
he's got his operations budget. So you'd have to develop a contact with John's boss, because he's the guy who can raise the budget or higher.
Right. All right. I'm willing to do that, because I don't think it'd be a bad idea for her to have an Imperial contact, right?
Yeah.
How do we feel about that?
I think you're the only one that knows about it. I don't know how this is supposed to work.
I feel like we should dump this guy in the lake like my master was talking about, because he shot me in the back.
I think what Lizzie wants to know is, based on her knowledge of her associates, which Lizzie has and Jessica doesn't have, like, how upset are they going to be with her cooperating with the Imperials? Because as far as I understand it, Druckenwell politically is pretty neutral, like, in terms of the war. They're not really taking sides. So she doesn't necessarily. Right. So she doesn't necessarily have loyalties one way or the other. She's about where she's getting paid. But, like, we've got an ex-Jedi, and we've got a swoop biker, and we've got a Tets, whatever he is.
I imagine that where Paul's developing Kuman to be, we had originally set him up as having a big problem with the Empire. So out of Lizzie's known contacts, this probably won't set well with Kuman. Yeah. This is known out of character conversation.
Okay. I just want to make sure. For Dottie, he doesn't really know a lot about all this political stuff, but on his home planet, they kind of call them the Shadow Walkers. They're known Sith, and the Empire are known for coming and killing any of their tribesmen that had any force powers. So he doesn't really know anything about rebels and Empire, but he views Sith as like walking nightmares, and then that in the Empire kind of control them. So he doesn't know anything about rebels, but he kind of views them as like a boogeyman sort of thing. He associates the Empire with the Sith and the boogeyman thing. So he doesn't want to help them or even be involved with them.
So this is good. I'm going to jump us back in and spin this to spare, because it's good information to have, but it also is going to be slightly rendered moot. Because Lizzie, as you're looking back at you, and he can kind of tell that you're weighing your options here on what to do. He kind of he stands up. I pictured him sitting on the couch, so he stands up from the couch, and he holds his hands up, and he moves, and the restraints fall to the ground. He's picked the lock or hacked it or whatever it needs. He's no longer restrained, and he says, "Mr. Smith, I think it's time that you came into the room with your friends." And a good 6 Imperials with laser guns. Listen to me. I'm a Star Wars expert. With their blaster rifles. Trained on all of you guys. Come in from various hiding places in the room. And John walks up to Lizzie.
I sit, spit, and knew it.
Reaches over. He picks the data pad up and says, "Would have been easier to take the money." And they slowly back out to the turbo lift and leave.
For my character, I'm going to ask you for permission on this. He's not in the room. And like I said up before, he was suspicious about, this guy came out of nowhere to pickpocket. So he was no longer feeling like this was a safe environment. To put it in character terms, he's like we talked about, a hunter-gatherer. And in hunting, when you're in the den of a wild beast that could kill you, you have to be aware of your surroundings. And so could I make some kind of perception check to see if I can kind of, again, this isn't the right term, it's a D&D, like not attack of opportunity, but he's been wandering around trying to look for threats. Is there any perception check I could make to see if I not necessarily stop this, but could have some kind of opportunity to make some kind of safe move?
Completely valid request. I'm denying it.
It's fine. It's a despair.
For plot
totally
purposes.
Yeah, it's fine. It's a despair. So even if it wasn't plot, I get that.
Yeah.
But Lizzie did ask both Dottie and Kuman to search the area. So, I mean, I get it's despair, but
it's a bit unfair. However, trying to move things along a little bit in the sense of all this data pad was. It was not as important as much as it was just a quick payday.
Right. Well, she wanted that quick payday. Anyways, it's gone now.
Yeah. So you're back in. They've backed out. The turbo lift's door closes and it's going down. You may react however you want. If you want to chase after them, if you want to, this is you get to come right back in and make your actions based on the turbo lift is moving down.
So when me and Kuman were in different rooms, did Imperials come out of nowhere and march us back into the room so we're all together now?
If I have my lightsaber, I can cut the cable on the
Turbo lifts aren't cable powered, but it's not a bad idea.
Okay, well.
So we're all in that room. We got marched into that room together when these Imperials came out of nowhere?
No, you were wherever you were.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Okay. So I'm going to let Lizzie and whoever was in that room react.
So are we reacting from the moment the door is closed or just before? Because I would totally stick my hand in the door.
Right. I mean, he
you
told
did
me
not get that opportunity. I'm not giving you an opportunity to draw out the scene in the hotel. You get to leave the hotel, or you can investigate.
Okay, let's.
You got your two choices. You can investigate the hotel room and get information that way, or you can chase after the data pad.
Well, me and Kuman are in different rooms.
Let's investigate the hotel room and see what we can do.
So can me and Kuman make a perception check?
Yeah.
Can I make a perception roll for a separate way down?
Yeah.
Doesn't want to let them go for free.
It sounds like everyone needs to make a perception check. You just need to tell me what you were trying to perceive as you do it. Well, the hotel room and the thing's just average.
Yeah. Kuman's looking around for any information on who might have been looking or, ransacking the place or what they were looking for, that kind of thing.
Okay. So Kuman, what you're noticing is that most of the stuff that's been turned over hasn't been. No one's been looking for anything. This is more of a struggle, likely a kidnapping.
Oh, okay. So, Tets, go ahead. I see you rolled.
You're looking for alternate exits.
Yeah, because I'm chasing after those guys.
The top of the turbo lift that cuts you off seemed to be priable open.
And then I'm going to make my perception check. Oh, God. So what I was trying to perceive, I let Kuman try to, I knew he was going to look for signs of why.
Frank, from the outside conversations that we've had this week, I'd like you to add a blue dice to that roll.
Oh, okay. Do I still need to tell you what I'm looking for, I assume?
Yes.
Because I'm looking for something different. Hey, what I want to look for is I'm going to try to use my tracking skills from my time on my home planet to see if I can get a read on who was in here. Is there any signs of body, build, race, footprints, anything that profile of the people that ransacked it rather than what they were doing?
You smell one person that you smelled when you were at the concert.
Okay.
Idea.
So is it I notice a similar smell, or when I smell, it's only one person was here ransacking? That's my question.
You smell a similar smell.
Okay, so I don't know how many people were here, but there was a similar smell here that was okay. Thank you.
Yep.
Is anyone else doing perception?
And you got one, Lizzie?
I guess I have one. So John told me that he knew where Bastio was going, but he didn't tell me where he was going.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah. You know, Rundown Theater somewhere else on Dreckenwell. You know that it was attached to a TV show or holovid pitch that he did to Leela. And that didn't go well.
That's not really perception, is it?
I think so. I mean, what exactly are you looking for? Like where he went?
Yeah, and that information wouldn't be here. That'd be more like a
knowledge check.
Yeah.
So GM nudge would actually be, you can look around for the pitch.
Oh, it's Leela's hotel room. You're right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking for. Because my payday just walked away, and so did my lead, and I can't catch him. And even if I could, I can't overtake him. So what are do I have to add dice, like purple or red?
You're just doing
just a straight check.
Your straight perception. And you can have an extra blue dice in that dice pool because you know a specific thing that John told you about.
Right.
You want her to do a simple check? Because I think that's what she's about to do.
I added a blue die. Is that right?
Oh my gosh.
So it was supposed to be an average check.
There's no purple. I was like, what happened?
Yeah.
What do I need to do? What is an
purple.
average check? Add two
sorry.
purple.
Add two
That's
purple.
what I need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy, average, and hard are the difficulty, and that's the number of purple die you would add.
But you can roll just the purple dice because you clearly are going to succeed.
There's no way
Okay, so
you
just
get a better roll.
Just roll purple, and then how do I actually do that?
On that dice pool,
So there's a dice in the middle of the dice pool.
20? Yeah.
yes.
Mm-hmm. There you go. So you got 2
So that
advantage,
equals, yeah.
and then it's still 4 success.
4.
So yeah, you found it. You find a data pad that has the whole pitch on it. It has fast contact information. It's clearly like written up as a TV pitch, and on it is the location of the meeting that they had earlier, like right when they landed on the planet, which I think I had 2 days, a day prior to where you guys are now. But anyway, you know that Bastio took Leela to a rundown theater in Central Isthmus.
Okay.
You also recall that Tetz and Kuman spend a lot of time there, so they probably know where this theater is.
I relay that knowledge to the rest of my team. Hey guys,
Okay,
look what I found.
hold on a second. So we're ready to move forward?
Yes.
All right. So he stands up, and Tetz is just about ready to punch him across the face, but
Who?
Lizzie grabs Tetz's, wrist and holds him back, and so he sits there and he watches. But the moment those doors close, he drops his blue milk. It's like slow-mo shot. Glass is tumbling towards the ground, and he is sprinting towards those doors. And just as he hits the doors, the milk hits the carpet and sprays blue milk everywhere. And what's a strength check to pry open these doors?
You get the event. You can pry it open. You can look in for free.
All right.
Oh, for free. Nice.
All right. So he's prying open these doors. And all right, you spit scum. What does he see?
He sees an empty chute and the turbo lift descending. So he sees the top of the turbo lift.
Yeah. How far?
A couple stories. A hard coordination or athletics check to not be
Die.
injured.
Oh, okay.
Can Lizzie grab his collar?
She can try because he's diving in.
I mean,
Do I
maybe
need to make
Lizzie.
some kind of reaction.
Yeah, maybe she makes a check against
You,
his to try to grab him.
Lizzie, you would need a vigilance check
Okay.
to know what's happening.
Am I in the room also?
Tets is just. You are in the other room from where
Yeah, me and you are somewhere else.
Oh,
Do I
great.
need to?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Do I need to add purple dice to the vigilance check?
Yes. What's your deception at, Jared?
I'm not trying to deceive anything, but the deception would be her difficulty would be 1 red and 2 purple.
But he's not actively trying to deceive me.
Yeah. So we'll go 1 purple, 1 red from there. So taking your rank to an average check is what I was looking for,
Yeah. Okay.
Jared. And then,
Yeah,
but Jared, you can simultaneously make this coordination check.
All right.
It's hard. And the GM has a token, so he's going to
But that's what
flip it to upgrade your check. So, Lizzie, you aren't really, you're not going to notice this before it goes off. But you can call for help pretty instantly.
Okay. So Lizzie sees Tets as he's like out of the corner of her eye, as he's lunging down, stories down into this elevator shaft, and she just yells, Tets, and like reaches after him and tries to grab the back of his collar, but she misses.
Does he have a collar?
But she yells, Tets,
Yeah. I got
really
the collar.
loud.
She goes for the collar, and there's no collar there.
Guess he's
Right. Because she keeps assuming that he's wearing clothes, and he's not.
and he's not.
She gets like a fistful of back hair and then just moves on. So, but she yells Tets really loud. Attention of Dottie and Kuman. And then she curses roundly.
I mean, at this point, I know that Kuman would probably react similarly, but Dottie, if Jessica's
Yeah, we're going to stay in the hotel room real quick. You guys can run in and have your scene with Lizzie there while I look at this stuff.
Hears her Lizzie scream and just stops what he's doing immediately. What's wrong? What's going on?
Tets just jumped down the elevator shaft, and she's like got her head in there. Like, Tets, my God, are you okay?
Wait, he did what?
He's down here.
Kuman, get in here!
All right, I can run again.
Somebody grab some bed sheets or something.
Is he even alive?
I don't know.
I run to the turbo lift shaft and see how far it is, if it's even possible to make that jump. Now.
All right, and now we're cutting over to you, Tets. There's a little wipe as you are falling towards the turbo lift. You may roll to avoid your falling damage of short range. So it's an average athletics or coordination check.
I thought that's what I was. What was my first roll?
To not fall.
Oh, okay.
Like you were essentially trying to jump and land. If you had succeeded at this roll, you wouldn't have taken anything. But falling, I'm not gonna give you 10 damage, 10 strain just because you failed this roll. Like, I want to give you the saving throw.
Well, there's 2 advantage for you, but I failed, so I take damage.
So it's 10 damage and 8 strain to both of those.
Alive?
Because he took damage.
Are you alive,
10
Tets?
damage and 8. Did you say 10 damage and 8 strain?
Correct.
Yes.
All right. So I would like for my advantage to be Tets dived in, not feet first, but head first down this freaking elevator turbo lift shaft. Completely just swan
So
after this descent
on this roll is what made. But continue to describe. Just there isn't anything more to avoid.
Right.
Okay.
So he swan dives and he's going right for John Jonah. And I want the advantage to be that I land on John Jonah and he also takes 10 damage and 8 strain from the collision.
But you
land on
Okay,
top
so if you would like to spend your
Elevate.
advantage to make that happen, you have to take 10 strain. That's what I was saying. The saving throws, advantage reduces strain, success reduces damage from here.
Oh, I got you.
So you haven't advantage to spend.
Yeah, I would rather take the full damage and inflict it also on John Jonah.
Can he do that
Okay.
though? Because I thought he was jumping on top
So let me
of the
figure out how to
turbo.
adjudicate this because he's not going to take the full brunt of it, I don't think.
Oh, but I guess maybe there's
No,
like
he
a
will.
stagger.
He will. He'll take the damage. I'll give it to you.
All right.
So is this thing open?
Give me a moment. Let me see if I'm still alive.
Yeah, are you
Yes,
alive?
please.
He busted through the glass in the top of it
Oh, thank you.
and landed.
Wow. All for a data pad.
And to note, falling damage is the most deadly damage
Right?
in the entire game, no matter what you shoot or anything like that, because it's supposed to skip soak, but I would rather apply the soak on this occasion.
Yes,
Well,
please.
if we apply soak, then I'm still conscious.
Okay.
Barely.
John is prone and hurt really badly. When you look up, there are 6, 7 armed men pointing blasters at you.
Yeah.
And John just grunts and quips, "How nice of you to join us."
So John didn't die, obviously.
No, John is not dead.
He's a
And
tough
Tets
guy.
is likewise laying prone on the ground, and he sort of looks over and says, I said I wasn't letting you out of my sight.
Thanks for joining us. You know the deal here. Subscribe to stay tuned to our misadventures. If you enjoyed us, give us a like and hit that bell icon. And of course, keep us honest on the rules and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. See you next time on the Dicey Cantina.